What's up guys, Cycle20 here. We are going to go over the 11 things that have been confirmed for Borderlands 4. This is from Gamer Rant. The link will be in the description down below. I wanted to check this out after going through the last video where they had the controversy. I wanted to see what are they actually saying this game's going to have. What are the selling points? Why does anyone want to buy the game? Did you love Borderlands 3? And if you did, I'd love to hear why down below. I like Borderlands 1 and 2. I never finished Borderlands 3. Maybe I should go back and try it again. I'm not really sure, but let's check it out. So we got 11 things confirmed for Borderlands 4. See what we got. Initially, there's a new setting. That makes sense. New world. Checks out. That's cool. I dig that. There's a new world. And then we got bosses are larger and more dynamic than ever. Okay, so they're bigger health pools. They're going to have more series of events probably going on, different levels, maybe different phases. They talk about how it's going to actually work with teamwork, and that's going to have different effects on it. So various phases and unique weak points, as well as elements that encourage teaming out together. That's cool. Playing with friends, I get that. I think that's going to be an important thing. I think that's awesome. I'm glad to see Moxie still around. That's pretty cool too. I dig that. Let's see. A darker, more serious tone, though subtle comedy will remain. That's good. To be fair, when I was playing Borderlands 2, the humor was just on point. It was so good. It just flowed naturally. To me, I thought it was hilarious. Could have been my age at the time. I thought it was perfect. Awesome. Borderlands 3 kind of was hit and miss. Like I said, I didn't really finish the game, so I don't know how much humor was there. I feel like a lot of the humor was forced. I feel like it just wasn't enough. It wasn't good enough. And because of that, I just sort of fell off. It just didn't really stick to me the same way. The Claptrap in Borderlands 2, I loved it. That was so funny. But now, I don't know. I'm glad they're going to get a little darker with it, a little more serious. I think that'll actually be a good thing for the series. I'm sure there will still be humor. Like the first time I met Torg, oh my goodness. And Boom and Bume, and I mean all of it. So much humor, such a good time. But I think the subtle tone will actually work very well. And I think that's going to be a really good turn for them to take. But we'll see. That's just my personal opinion. I think it's sort of it really is a dark world. It's like a post-apocalyptic world, so I think it makes sense. Steeper price tag. Yeah. Boy, we heard about that one, didn't we? Yeah, we certainly did. Yeah. But, you know, if it's worth it, maybe, yeah, minimum of 70, if not 80. That is wicked expensive. That's... The problem is the games haven't been getting better. They're just getting more expensive, and they're getting worse. So that makes it a little tougher, right? If they were getting better and then more expensive, okay, that makes a lot of sense. But they're getting worse. The games are legitimately getting worse. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened gaming in general. At first I thought, oh, I must just be getting older. But now I'm like, this is bad, man. It's like, yikes. It's not fun because the games aren't fun anymore. Sorry, I still have a cold. Okay. Revamped navigation. That's nice. You can find stuff faster. I dig that. I like that a lot. I think that's cool. Streamlined navigation is in. Awesome. Let's see what it looks like. Perfect. I'm cool with that. It reminds me of Fable. Had the little fairy line on the ground. Awesome. I dig that. Honestly, I think it's really great. Also reminds me of Oblivion Remaster. You can cast that little thing and it goes on the ground. Great. Perfect. I dig that. I think that's cool in case you get lost. Awesome. I think it might detract from people finding like crazy Easter eggs because they got totally lost. But honestly, people are going to go out hunting for them anyway. So I think that's totally fine. We got new and refined movement abilities. Okay, well that does make sense. You're going to want new movement abilities. I wonder if that means like portals or some sort of dolphin dives. I guess you're going to have just new ways to travel. That's cool. I dig that. It's a very, for me, it's such an expansive and adventurous game. I think that makes sense. I think that'd be fun. I think that, though, let's see here. It's true that Borderlands series is rife with endless fun. Yeah. Thrilling gunplay. Yeah. Though it is arguably lacked when it comes to environment, depth, and interaction. Oh, maybe they want to do some more verticality and add some sort of different dimensions to or different planes you can play around with. That'd be cool. This won't be the case. They're going to fill out the new area with dynamic land formations, structures, and verticality. There it is, as a whole. Called it. Okay. Awesome. I think that's cool. I think it's cool to have different levels, look up inside of windows, all that stuff. I think that's awesome. I think that's going to be actually really good for the game. Streamlined co-op. That is huge. Greater multiplayer focus and quality of life. That is massive. That really is. Playing with friends. Oh, no way, dude. They're going to have split screen? Wait, let's see. Drop in and out. Any point scale with the enemies. I love that. Yeah. And two-player screen. Oh, dude. Two-player split screen. Wow. That is so cool. That's actually awesome. That gives me and Crazy a chance to play together and record and have fun. I think that is awesome. That is really, really cool. Especially because we downsized because we didn't play that many games anymore, and with Lily around, there's not enough room, so we just sort of downsized. So we packed up her Xbox, and we just have the one now for occasional use. That's awesome. I actually love that. I love that. That is very cool. It is so rare to find games that have split screen anymore. It was like the thing you did in the past 10 years ago, 11, 13 years ago. Now it's like no one does it. It's some sort of forbidden art that everyone forgot how to actually do correctly. That is sick. That's a thumbs up right there. That's awesome. I love that. Loot and combat and weaponry changes, especially grenades and heavy arms. Okay, well, who's not gonna be down for that? It's guns, people. It's guns and it's weapons and it's fun. That is what Borderlands is to me. Guns. Big guns, cool builds, big colors, beautiful, beautiful colors. They get you excited when you see them. I think that's awesome. More guns. I mean, what you can't go wrong with that, dude. And 3 new gun manufacturers. That's actually cool. Ooh, looks like some sort of like purged by fire, purge the heretic stuff. I love that, dude. Order. Looks like purge the heretic stuff. Love that, dude. And whatever that one is. The Ripper. That's pretty cool. I bet it shoots nails. That's actually sick. I love that they're adding in new manufacturers. I think that's really cool. Let's see. Elaborate vault dungeons. Vault dungeon crawling. Well, yeah. That's awesome. Let's see. Details remain hazy. That's fair, but your Gearbox has noticed the vault system will be overhauled, fleshed out based on recent gameplay footage. Players will be tasked with collecting vault fragments and should serve as quest items and or keys. So I wonder if this is... that's probably going to be a key component. It's going to be grinding these. I wonder what we're going to use that for. Okay, a slew of distinct new vault hunters with larger skill trees and distinct yet some familiar traits. Excuse me, still have a cold. Okay, that's actually awesome. I think the more choices you have, the more builds that you can create, the more wild you can get with those builds. I think that is so cool. I think that's actually very important. I wasn't really even looking forward to Borderlands 4. Now I kind of am. They really got me with the split screen. I think that is awesome. I think that's super cool. I really like that they're adding more characters with more character depth. I think that having that RPG sort of element where you create your character and you build out what you want and the style you want is absolutely awesome. I'm actually getting kind of excited for Borderlands 4. That's funny because that changed completely when I started reading about it. That's actually really cool, man. And Vault Hunter specific vehicles. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I dig that. I mean, I feel like the other ones were cooler, but number 1, that's pretty cool too. So it's very specific to your Vault Hunter. That's cool. It looks like Star Wars. That's pretty cool. I dig that. I think that's pretty cool. I think everyone can have their own unique vehicle. I think that adds to the character class. I think that's fun. World of Warcraft did that. If you back in Legion, I think you could get a specific class mount. I think that's cool. I think that's actually pretty useful. And I think that'll actually build to people, and their favoritism of characters will be based off a lot of the builds they can make, the style, obviously, and of course the vehicles, because who doesn't love a good vehicle? But with that, I'm actually getting kind of excited. Comes out September 2026, I think it is. 2025? Is it 2025? Released this year. Okay. So sorry. September 12th, 2025. Awesome. I'm actually getting pretty excited for that. I don't want to say I'm gonna buy it, but there's a good chance because of that split screen alone, given the technical limitations that me and Crazy have at the moment, I might actually do that because then it's something we can play together and have fun with, and we can sit down, pop the mic between us, and just go at it and have fun. And I think that's so special and so super cool. So actually, that's probably something we are gonna do, honestly. We might just play Borderlands 4. So if you're excited, make sure you put down in the comments down below what you thought the coolest feature was, the coolest confirmed thing. For me, it's got to be the split screen. I love that. That is awesome. That is so good. But that is good news. That is good news for Borderlands for me. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of looking forward to it. Maybe I should go back and play some Borderlands 3 before this one comes out. I don't know. Time is running out, though. We're already in June, so we'll see. But we will see you guys in the next one.